Good morning, you guys. Well, it's not even morning no more. I don't even know what time it is, y'all. I have had a day today, so I got up to go to my eye doctor's appointment this morning, y'all. Tell me why I went to the wrong place. So I had to go all the way from one side of the town to the other side of the town in a matter of 15 minutes. So I got there probably like 4 minutes after I said I would. And they still saying me, thank God, because I could not reschedule that appointment again. That would have been the second time I missed the appointment, and I need to get my eyes taken care of. So, long story short, they still let me stay at my appointment. The receptionist was like, we just gonna check you in and act like you've been here. I was like, okay, that works too. So they seen me. So with my eyes, there is a treatment that I had applied to get done before I got my surgery done for my thyroid. But my insurance denied me because my levels was too high. So, since I've had my surgery, my levels have normaled out. Well, my one of my levels is normal. We checked the other two today. I got my blood drawn today to see where they were at. So my doctor said that once she gets those back, she will reapply for me for the treatment. So hopefully all of that goes well because I really need the treatment done for my eyes. And then I have a misalignment with my eyes, so she said hopefully the treatment helps, but if it doesn't, then I can either get like prism glasses or what's it called? Eye muscle surgery. So Lord, they just killing me with all the surgery stuff, but whatever helps, right? I would prefer not to have any more surgery, but we shall see. So yes, that is what happened this morning. Now I'm at a standstill with trying to get my son into school because I cannot find him nowhere to go to school at. And this is giving me a headache. What the heck? This is giving me a headache because everywhere I try, they keep saying they at capacity. And he got to go to school somewhere. So I'm going to call the school district customer service number and see if there's any schools with any availability. Y'all, it's just so crazy that when I decided to come outside, everybody and their mama want to be out here making all this damn noise. Anyway, what I was saying, I'm going to call the school district customer service number and see if there's any schools that I would like for him to go to that have availability. So that's where I'm at with that. This is just giving me a headache. I tried the school around the corner from us. They talk about you're not in the school district. It's literally around the corner. So that kind of pissed me off. But whatever. It's just been a day so far. Hopefully today gets better. Excuse me. So I did kind of want to give y'all a story time on my whole thyroid situation. I just told you about my eyes. So with my thyroid, I just had a baby in March. So when I was pregnant, like 7 months pregnant, my eyes started to swell up. And I was asking my OB, I'm like, well, what could that be? And she was just like, well, we don't know. They kept testing me for preeclampsia. So like a month go by, they said I didn't have preeclampsia. And then my blood pressure started to go up. So they checked me for preeclampsia again. I didn't have it. I got checked like 3 times for preeclampsia, like the last 2 to 3 months of my pregnancy. I didn't have it. And they were just completely not checking my thyroid levels because I really don't think that that's something that they do at the end of your pregnancy. I know they do it in the beginning, but towards the end, they don't really check it if they don't have to. But they weren't checking mine. They were just like pretty much turning a blind eye to my problems. Anyway, I had my baby in March, and then I went to see a primary doctor because the primary doctor I had stopped taking my insurance. So I found another one. I went to see her after I had the baby. She said I had hyperthyroidism. Okay, so she referred me to see an eye doctor. So I went to that eye doctor. They said they couldn't do nothing. So I called my primary back and she referred me to see an endocrinologist. So I go see the endocrinologist. She did all these labs, tests, and they come back that I have Graves' disease and thyroid eye disease. Hence as to why my eyes keep swelling up. So They diagnosed me with that Graves' disease, thyroid eye disease. So at this point, we're talking about the treatment for my eyes, which came first. So I went to go see an eye doctor, a specialist that deals with what I got going on in my eyes, an ophthalmologist. And she pretty much recommends me to get this treatment done. So like I just told y'all, I went through the motions with the treatment and they denied me at first. So we just waited till after my surgery for my thyroid to retry again, which we finna do. So back to the thyroid. So my doctor, my endo put me on medicine to try to control my levels, bring them down because they were super high. The normal range for thyroid levels is between like 60 and 220. Mines were all the way up in the 800s. Not good. So she put me on a medicine to try to bring them down. I had an allergic reaction to the first medicine. Switched the medicine to the second medicine. That medicine was just like completely not working at all. My levels was not dropping. They was not doing nothing. Like if anything, it was going up. So we started talking about surgery since none of the medicines was working. And there was another medicine she could have put me on, but since I had a allergic reaction to the first medicine, and those two medicines are similar, she didn't want to try me on the other medicine because it had more side effects. So we get to talking about surgery. I go see the surgeon and he's like, yeah, we'll do it. We schedule my surgery for June 20th of this year. So it's getting closer and closer and closer to the surgery date and my levels are still not dropping. So my endocrinologist, she say, I recommend you go to the hospital and get a treatment done, an IV treatment. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so are they going to keep me? They going to send me home? She say, well, since you have surgeries, this was like the week before my surgery. She say, since you have surgery scheduled for next week, they should send you home. I get to this doctor, to this hospital, y'all. Do y'all know they kept me? They didn't keep me for not 1 day, not 2 days. I went into the hospital Saturday. They kept me until Thursday, the day before my surgery. Oh my God. I could just about pooped on myself. I was so upset. I just was so upset I had to stay in the hospital. First of all, I was not mentally prepared to just stay in the hospital. I already didn't want to go, but I wasn't prepared to stay, let alone be there more than a day. And I had a newborn at home, 3 other kids, my man, like, I just wasn't prepared. So, yeah, I ended up having to stay, and they ended up putting a catheter in my groin. Hurt like ever. Probably one of the worst things I've been through. I got my tonsils taken out. Wasn't worse than that. My tonsils was probably the worst thing I ever went through in my life. I kid y'all not. I got my tonsils taken out when I was like a sophomore. Worst thing ever. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. Anyway, back to my thyroid. So they put a catheter in my groin for me to get the treatment called plasmapheresis. So what that is they take out my blood. They take out the plasma with the thyroid hormone levels in it. And then they put my blood back in me with a new protein to create new plasma. So I got that done over the course of the 6 days I was in the hospital. I got that done once a day. So finally my levels started to drop. So when I left the hospital on Thursday, my levels were in like the 300s. It was like 312, which was good enough for me to get the surgery done the next day. So I left Thursday. I had my surgery done Friday morning, and I get there. It's supposed to be an outpatient surgery, y'all. I get there, they talking about, well, we're going to keep you for a day or two after the surgery. Like, I know you lying. So I get the surgery done. I end up being in the hospital for 2 days after my surgery, which I can't say I'm kind of glad that they kept me because I went through the worst of it those 2 days while I was there. When I came home on the third day, I felt fine. I wasn't like 100% better, but I felt good. I felt way better than I felt in the hospital. So I came home, I left the hospital, I felt good. Like it took a while for the swelling in my neck to go down. As you see, I had surgery tape on here. The tape is pretty much all falling off. It's still a little bit on here. I gotta get sunscreen. The doctor recommended me to put sunscreen on it so my scar is not darker than my skin. But yeah, so now we're just trying to get me approved with my insurance for my ass. It's crazy that you gotta have like, especially insurance, that they want to see like specific things in order for you to get a treatment done that you need for them to approve it. That's crazy to me because like I need it done. Whether y'all approve it or not, I need it done. But I suppose I would rather for the insurance to pay for it than to me to pay for it out of pocket. But still, y'all get what I'm saying. So yes, this is where we are today. I got my thyroid surgery done. My voice has still not completely come back from that. That was like 2 weeks ago. It'll be 3 weeks this Friday. So my voice has not come back. It's come back more than it was because I didn't sound like this two weeks ago when I got that surgery done. But it's still not all the way 100% back. My doctor said that it could take a couple weeks, like 6 weeks for it to come back. So I go back to see him in 6 weeks and he gonna check my vocal cords then. But he say it should come back. Who knows when? Hopefully sooner than later. Cause I'm tired of talking. Like it feel like I'm straining sometimes to talk. And I know y'all want to hear me clearly. Not that I'm not trying to speak clearly, but it just don't come out like that all the time. Like I can't yell, can't raise my voice, I can't insert. Y'all, it's funny because I was trying to tell my 2-year-old something the other day, and that girl started laughing at me because I was trying to yell. And it just came out like me talking regular. I was like, she do not take me serious. But anyway, so all in all, this was my thyroid journey. It's been a journey, I can't say, on top of having a newborn. And now I'm just trying to get back to me, 100% back to me. So yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a backstory on that so y'all can know what's going on, why I sound the way I sound, and why I have this scar. Because people ask, and people look at me funny all the time, and especially with my eyes, not so much the scar, but with my eyes, and they be looking like, dang, her eyes swollen, one eye swollen than the other. Like, yes, that's because of my thyroid. So I'll show y'all my eyes if you want to see. Like this one is the worst out of both of them, but they swell up my eyelids. So yes, that's that. I do appreciate y'all for watching and listening to my little story time. If y'all have any questions, please ask them down in the comments. Keep the negative stuff to yourself because I really don't want to hear it. I'm already hard enough on myself as it is, especially with my eyes. But yes, I love y'all, and I will see y'all later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.